To that breaking news in Cordova we've been following all morning. We know a woman has been shot dead and a man is in custody. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre joins us live from the scene, getting the latest information out there. Jeremy, you mentioned family members of this victim also out there. All right, thank you, Tony. 9:34 now, and turning now to our schools in the Mid-South. We have learned 56% of Memphis Shelby County School second graders, more than half, are not reading at grade level.
And this is like 45.
Another somber caravan to remember the young victims of gun violence. We're talking about the Ride of Tears. The group is heading to West Memphis, Arkansas, and that's where 2 weeks ago a shooting injured a woman and killed her 2-year-old son. The group's second stop will be in Germantown, and that's where a 4-year-old was killed in what police called an accidental shooting 1 week ago. The organization will start that ride again in West Memphis at 4:30 from the Southgate Shopping Center on South 3rd Street. Well, now to that bombshell testimony taking center stage at the latest January 6th hearing on Capitol Hill. A former Trump White House aide told lawmakers that staffers knew about the potential for violence in advance of the attack. Our Washington correspondent Kirsten Garris joins us with more details. All right, 9:38 now. Let's get back over to Fox 13 meteorologist Brittany DeVos in Severe Weather Center 13. Time check is 9:40. Be prepared. Summer travel expected to reach its peak this weekend, and airlines are continuing to face issues. We'll tell you about how you may be able to avoid some of those travel headaches. Yeah, thanks for joining us for Fox 13 News Midday. I'm Carolyn Cerda in for Tony Sloan. And we do begin with that breaking news this morning. An Amber Alert issued for a missing Arkansas teenager. State police right now are searching for 16-year-old Trinity Case. You see a picture of her right here. Now, police say that she was last seen around 9:15 last night. This is when she and a co-worker left work. That co-worker said that a woman stopped them to ask to use Case's phone. The co-worker went to get her car, and when she returned, Case and the woman were gone. Case's car was last seen headed south on Highway 7 in Hot Springs. If you have any information, you're asked to call police. All right, safety in downtown Memphis. That is a big concern as the Memphis Grizzlies return to FedEx Forum for Game 2 of the playoffs tonight. With a recent deadly shooting, robberies near the heart of downtown, safety really right now is on everyone's mind. Fox 13's Jeremy Pierre spoke with leaders about what they plan to do to keep people safe. Let's get a check of the weather now. A lot of people excited for Game 2, hoping to get a bounce back from the Grizzlies. Meteorologist Brittany DeVos, do they need to take anything with them in particular? Today, President Biden is meeting with his international allies to discuss Russia's ongoing war in Ukraine. The White House says it will focus on ways to support Ukraine and how to hold Russia accountable. Washington correspondent Kirsten Garris breaks down the latest U.S. response to the war. All right, before your next vacation, even your morning commute, you'll need to find out whether you can leave your mask at home. Some officials no longer enforcing the federal transportation mask mandate, but your local government or transit organization might have its own rules. If wearing a mask is up to you, health experts have some advice to help you make that decision. Amy Kiley has more. It is a big week for thousands of students across the state of Tennessee. They start taking state assessments, including the TCAP. Now, these tests have a big impact on students, teachers, and the schools in the district. But this year is different. Testing was canceled in 2020 when schools closed because of coronavirus. Well, last year, students took the test, but only 11% of students were able to test at or above grade level. So this year's test results are a big deal and could affect how the schools are funded. The test window is through May 6th. Now, school leaders have been working hard to motivate the kids for the tests. Memphis Shelby County Schools held a week of events, and one school principal, Eureka McAfee, says that the time to excel is now.
You know what I say.
Principal McAfee putting her own spin on Memphis rapper Moneybagg Yo's song Time Today. She performed this at a pep rally to help students get into the testing groove. And I'm Carolyn Cerda in for Valerie Calhoun. It is 7 o'clock now on your Tuesday morning. Enjoying the week so far?
Yeah, so far, nice way to start it off yesterday,
Very
weather-wise,
nice.
right?
Yeah, and we're keeping that train going. Let's go to Fox 13 meteorologist Brittany DeVos and Severe Weather Center 13. It really is. All right, 7:06 now, and also new this morning. One woman arrested after police say she shot at children and assaulted an officer. Memphis police say this happened yesterday afternoon. They say Tiffany Hearn and another woman got into an argument at the Elvis Presley Inn over on Elvis Presley Boulevard. Now, the woman told police that Hearn shot at her and her two kids. The officers who arrested Hearn say she also spit on one of the officers. Hearn also faces charges for being a convicted felon in possession of a handgun. Happening today, from planes to the picket line. FedEx pilots are expected to hold an informational picket today. Pilots say they have been in negotiations over contract issues with the Memphis-based company since May of last year. They say they were supposed to reach an agreement by the end of last month, but they haven't. Pilots say they want a better contract because of working through the pandemic and supplying the world with life-saving supplies and equipment.
Ban.
Yeah, that ban is set to go into effect in 10 days. But Jackson Women's Health Organization has filed a lawsuit to block the ban from taking effect. And that lawsuit argues that people in Mississippi still have a right to privacy under the Mississippi Constitution. All right, let's head over to Severe Weather Center 13 with Fox 13 meteorologist Brittany DeBose. And just another great morning to get outside if you can.
Oh, definitely want to take advantage of it, right?
After 2 months on strike, these workers have said no deal, and they're continuing to stay on the picket line.
My first reaction is one day longer, one day stronger. I mean, the members have spoken.
300 workers in Memphis, among 1,400 in 4 states, announcing Tuesday they rejected a contract deal from Kellogg's.
I think, if the company's willing to work with us, that hopefully those things can be, rectified.
In response, Kellogg said it was disappointed, insisting the deal included wage increases and enhanced benefits for all. In a statement, it added, after 19 negotiating sessions this year, the company is left with, quote, no choice but to continue executing the next phase of our contingency plan, including hiring replacement employees in positions vacated by striking workers. Still, these workers remain hopeful.
That's part of negotiations, give and take, that we'll actually go back to the table and work out an agreement with the company.
I'm not losing hope. I'm just, ready to keep fighting. We got to do what we got to do to go on.
In Memphis, Carolyn Cerda, Fox 13 News. A winter wonderland in Tipton County. Covington's town square glistening with icicles Thursday morning, while the freezing rain painted a pretty picture here.
That would have killed you right there.
About 20 minutes southwest, the weight of that ice buildup came crashing down on this home in Munford.
Like a dynamite blowing up, boom, and crashing through. Scare you. Bags.
David Hatfield, Michelle Huey, and her teenage son were sleeping around 5 this morning when they say this massive branch snapped, piercing their roof, poking into their kitchen.
Started moving stuff over my neighbors. I don't know if we're going to have a place to stay because all of our stuff won't fit over there with us. So I don't know where we're going to go.
Just 2 blocks from that family's home, crews at work clearing another downed tree that fallen into the road and onto power lines. Southwest Tennessee Electric reported more than 3,000 outages because of this storm.
And we've seen piles of debris just like this with limbs in the road, limbs in yards. A lot of cleaning up that still needs to be done after this ice accumulation today. In Munford, Carolyn Cerda, Fox 13 News.
Filling up your shopping cart at the grocery store has gotten way more expensive. And with inflation on the rise to record numbers, I set out to see where you can find the best prices for some basic food items.
Here's a look at our grocery list. 10 items. They include a gallon of whole milk, a box of mac and cheese, canned green beans, bread, cereal, and eggs. We also grabbed packaged broccoli, apples, and meat, looking at the price per pound. We decided to fill our carts at 4 major Mid-South grocery stores: Kroger, Aldi, Superlo, and Walmart. And we bought store brands to get the lowest prices possible. Our first stop, one of the most prevalent grocers in Memphis, Kroger. Here's what we found. Milk, $3.49. Mac and cheese and green beans, each under $1. Bread, cereal, and eggs under $2 each. And ground beef and chicken breast, both $5.99 a pound. Total price tag here, $29.23.
In fact, we never got beyond $30 before taxes for these 10 items.
The prices only went lower at the other stores. So let's show you where you can really pinch those pennies.
While its eggs were 40 cents more, we found the Best Choice brand milk, mac and cheese, and green beans to be cheaper than Kroger's brand. And Superlow's meat per pound also saved us some bucks. The total at Superlow, $25.36. The difference nearly $4 cheaper than Kroger. Another bargain hunter's favorite, Aldi. Milk here was 50 cents more than Kroger. But again, we found almost every other item was cheaper than Kroger. And they were very comparable to Superlow, with bread and apples less expensive here. But the total only 50 cents more than Superlow, coming in at $25.88. And I made a rookie mistake. I didn't bring my own bags and opted not to pay for any either. So that is something to keep in mind. Finally, Walmart. Its milk and eggs cost more than Kroger's, but there were big savings on the packaged goods, produce, and meat. Walmart was the cheapest total, $24.63. While that's only about $1 less than Superlow and Aldi, it is nearly $5 in savings from Kroger. But remember, we bought all store brands, looking at just half of our list with name brands such as Kraft and Del Monte. The difference is clear at every store, averaging more than $6 in savings when opting for store brands.
The little grocery that we just got was like $40-something, and it just was for the veggies, healthy food.
That's why savvy shoppers say they find the best prices by shopping around and snipping coupons.
I use Walmart as a last resort because at Kroger's I use digital couponing, and I save a lot of money. I recommend couponing because other than that, you're going to spend a lot of money on just a few items to feed your family.
As for all the food we bought for our price comparison, we made sure they went to families in need. We donated every item to the Mid-South Food Bank. In Memphis, Carolyn Cerda, Fox 13 News.